recent years, the issue of illegal migration has escalated along Europe's borders, with particular tension at the Polish-Belarusian frontier. What was once seen as a humanitarian crisis has evolved into something far more complex. Fewer families seeking refuge are showing up, and instead we see organized groups, primarily young men in their 20s and 30s, attempting to cross the border. In 80% of the cases, these groups are not just moving quietly through the night. They're forcefully challenging the border, with many reports of violent clashes adding to the growing sense of instability. Poland, finding itself at the epicenter of this crisis, has been grappling with a difficult situation. These groups, some of which have been labeled as illegal Islamists, are not just desperate individuals looking for safety. They are often equipped with tools like sticks, saws, and other makeshift devices designed to dismantle Poland's barriers. As a result, the border has turned into a zone of high tension, where attempts to breach it have become increasingly organized and aggressive. The Polish government has responded with a firm, uncompromising stance. National security has become the top priority, and Poland has made it clear that illegal crossings will not be tolerated. Authorities have reinforced the border with a wire fence, and police presence has been significantly increased. The message is clear: any attempts to break through will be met with strong enforcement measures. This hardline approach, however, has not come without controversy. Some migrants have shared heart-wrenching stories of their journeys, recounting how they've had to cross the border after days without food or water. In response, Polish authorities have reportedly employed tactics such as spraying migrants with dirty water in an effort to disperse them, moves that have drawn sharp criticism from human rights organizations. Poland's actions have also caught the attention of the European Union, which is itself struggling to balance humanitarian obligations with security concerns. Within the EU, Poland's tough stance has sparked a debate. While some EU officials have criticized the heavy-handed approach, others have expressed understanding, recognizing that Poland is on the front line of a much larger geopolitical issue. The situation at the Polish-Belarusian border is a reflection of broader migration challenges Europe is facing. As more migrants seek to enter the continent, nations like Poland are forced to navigate the complex dynamics of maintaining national security while managing an influx of people who are fleeing desperate situations. At the heart of this crisis is a delicate balancing act. On one hand, there are genuine security concerns, especially with the rise of extremist groups across Europe. On the other, many of the individuals attempting to cross into Poland are fleeing war, poverty, and oppression. Reducing them to a single label or dehumanizing their experiences risks overlooking the true complexity of the situation. Human rights organizations have been vocal, urging European nations to adopt a more compassionate approach. They argue that while border security is important, it should not come at the expense of the dignity and safety of those who are most vulnerable. The portrayal of migrants as threats to national security can fuel fear and division, but it often fails to acknowledge the hardships that drove these individuals to seek a new life in the first place. The crisis at the Polish-Belarusian border highlights the difficult choices facing European governments. Poland's strict policies reflect broader concerns about sovereignty and security, but the humanitarian impact of these decisions cannot be ignored. As Europe continues to navigate its migration challenges, the path forward must balance the need for security with the responsibility to offer refuge to those in need. What happens next will be crucial not just for Poland, but for the future of migration in Europe. The decisions made today will shape the region's approach to these complex issues for years to come, and understanding the intricacies of this situation is key to fostering a more informed and compassionate discussion on migration.